What's up, cool people? I'm Matt Conroy. I know you can't see me. I've tried doing this with a face cam, but it just kept kind of dropping frames and having little jumps and stuff like that, so I'm not going to have a face cam. Also, I don't think you can see my mouse pointer for some reason. I don't know why this program doesn't record that too. But anyway, I'm trying a little bit of something different this time around. I'm not going to call this a Let's Play, really, because that implies that you're playing through an entire game. There is, like, so much stuff in this game. It goes on for a really long time. So I'm definitely not going to be doing all that. I guess you could say what I'm going to do is a bit of a summary of this game. As you can see from the title screen here, this is a game called Clicker Heroes. It's a game that I play quite a bit. It's an idle game, so I usually have it in the background while I'm doing other things at the same time. As you can see, there's also a mobile app version of it for Apple and Android. So if that's your preferred device for this kind of stuff, feel free to download it there. So anyway, let's hop right into this. First thing I'm going to say, assuming it pops up, is there's a little notice about the latest update on this, or at least there should be. And Flash decides to not respond. Gotta love when stuff decides to go wrong when you're trying something new. Anyway, so, yeah, little note here on the most recent update. It used to be that this game would only give you money while you're not playing, but now it also progresses through levels. So anyway, that's the biggest thing with the most recent update. So, here we have Clicker Heroes. And if you look over to the left, you'll see the heroes in this game. General premise of this is you will click the monsters here. They give you money, and then you use that money to upgrade your heroes over here. There's a whole bunch of them. This isn't even all of them that are in the game. But yeah, eventually you just get stronger heroes that do more damage to the monsters. Some of the stuff they get increases your clicking power, others increases your DPS, which stands for damage per second. That's damage that's done without you having to do a single thing. That's what helps make this an idle game. Anyway, I'm going to level up Ivan here. He's my guy that I'm working the most with right now. And yeah, so I'm gonna respond to this little thing right here because I need to do that. I'm gonna get to what those are in a little bit. So anyway, you go through this game, you get the heroes upgraded, they do their thing, they go through these monsters for you, you get more gold. Eventually you wind up getting these things called hero souls, which you get either from having lots of levels on your heroes or from beating certain bosses that appear. Usually it's past level 100, the bosses will appear that start giving you hero souls, but then you use those to go and buy these things, which are called ancients. Each ancient has a different kind of upgrade to them, a different way that they kind of enhance the game for you. And I apologize for all the stuttering and all that kind of stuff, for, you know, different pauses and all that. This is what happens when I give you my voice just kind of on the fly and not in a pre-edited kind of thing, because that would interrupt the stream of video here. So, anyway, you get those ancients. They basically enhance your game even further by either giving you more damage or making stuff cost less or giving you more hero souls. So there's that kind of stuff going on that enhances your game further. That's kind of the next layer of it. Also, once you start getting hero souls, it will also open up this tab right here, which is the clan tab. Basically, you join a group of other people that work together to take down these raid boss things, and then each time you beat a raid boss, you get more hero souls right off the bat, and yeah, use those like you would any other hero souls. Then I think it's once you get past level 100, or I forget what exactly it is. I think maybe you have to ascend first and then get past level 100 again. I don't know. But eventually, you open up this tab. It just gives you these people called mercenaries. Basic gist of mercenaries is that they will go out and do little mission things for you to give you gold or hero souls or all sorts of different things that you don't even have to do anything for. They just go out and take care of that for you. My recommendation, get your mercenaries maxed out, as many as you can get on there, which is 5. So try to get all 5 mercenaries first, because then you can send each one to do all sorts of different things. And especially because if you run out of mercenaries, then you have to, well, I think it'll, if you completely run out, it'll start a quest thing right away, which will give you a new one. But the other option is you have to pay rubies, which rubies are like the premium currency of this game. You can pay actual real life money for them if you want, or you can just get them throughout the course of the game. These are other things you can spend rubies on. My recommendation, get the 2 times multiplier, because that's a one-time thing and then you're done. After that, most people either go for the Gilded Heroes, usually if they're early on in the game, or they'll go for this thing which is called Quick Ascension. Basically, it gives you a bunch of hero souls right off the bat. And I guess I forgot to mention what Ascension is. There's this little button over here that you unlock once you get a particular hero up to level 150. This guy right here, Amenhotep, or however his name is pronounced. So you have to get him up to level 150, and then you unlock Ascension, which is kind of like a new game plus. You start from the first level all over again, but you get hero souls, and you can use those for all the things I've already talked about. Also, whenever you get hero souls right off the bat, without spending them on anything, each one gives you like a 10% boost to your damage, both DPS and clicking damage. So that's helpful there. So anyway, after you ascend, you'll go through, and I think once you get past level 100, sometime probably shortly after that, you'll encounter these things which are called relics. They're basically further enhancements on your ancients, but then you can upgrade these things on their own, and some of them will only enhance one ancient, some of them will enhance multiple. And, you know, this right here is pretty much its own self-sustaining thing that needs no other outside influence to work. But yeah, those pretty much just improve your ancients. So then you get those and you get more powerful. You keep getting stronger and stronger in this game. And eventually, once you've earned enough hero souls, you will earn something called an ancient soul, which, if you look at this tab over here, Ancient souls are used on these things here, which, surprise, are called ancients. Or, no, they're not called ancients. Ancients are the ones on the other tab. These are called outsiders, which basically they can enhance even more significant things, like, you know, this one right here reduces the cost of your ancients. Other ones will increase the hero souls that you get, namely these three. These are probably the three that you want to work on the most, because hero souls are like the backbone of this game, and that's what makes it work. So, you get ancient souls, you spend them to upgrade these things, and then your game is further enhanced. But the thing is, to get the ancient souls, you have to do what's called transcending, which is like Ascension, but on steroids. You, like, do even more so a New Game Plus. It gets rid of more stuff, but you get the ancient souls that then improve your game even further. So, those are the general gist of things that go on in this game. And if you're wondering what this little present box thingamajig down here is, I'm about to show you. So every 10 levels past level 100, you earn these things called guilds, which you'll see the golden borders on a bunch of these heroes. Those are all gilded, and gilding essentially just increases their power even further. Eventually, you want to kind of consolidate all of your guilds onto one hero, so that that one hero is just massively beefed up, and you're just putting all you have into that hero so you can get the most bang for your buck. Because otherwise you're spreading it out over a bunch of different people, and it really doesn't do much for you. So anyway, in addition to that, there are also these things here, these skills that you get from just getting the heroes to different levels, and they'll all do different things temporarily. Like, you've got Clickstorm here that essentially does 10 clicks per second for you. You've got Power Surge, which doubles your DPS, and all this other kind of like temporary stuff that the game will just do for you when you activate the skills. They each have like a cooldown time, and yeah, that's really most of what you need to know for those. I am not using them currently because if you take a look at my ancients over here, I have this one, which increases your DPS when idle, and it explains what idle is right there, no clicks for 60 seconds. I also get more gold when idle, so for that reason I am not using skills, because skills take you out of idle mode, as well as clicking. But eventually you can get other ancients that'll improve your damage when you click as well, and that kind of stuff. Just my current setup does not make that work very well. My current setup is much better when idle, so I'm not going to use those skills right now. But anyway, that's kind of the basic run through. If you're wondering what some of these other buttons over here, this toggles between farm mode and progression mode. Usually you want to have it on progression mode because that actually lets you get through the levels, but if you get stuck at a certain boss and you can't beat it within the given time limit, then it'll just put you back to farm mode, which keeps you on the same level, the level right before the boss, and you just farm for gold, as it says there. This is just a quality thing that takes you to the Clicker Heroes Twitter, other social media settings here. You can go in and save your file, which I would recommend doing at least every once in a while, because sometimes you get on here and you find you've lost progress. But these are all just various options and stuff like that. For the sake of making it as non-laggy as possible, I usually go with the tiny monsters and the low quality setting. These are just buttons for music and sound, which I have turned off so those don't, wind up too loud over top of my voice. So anyway, that's the basic rundown of Clicker Heroes for you. Not much else I think I really need to say on that. I realize, not everybody's going to enjoy this game. Everybody has their own tastes, but if you decide to pick it up, then hopefully this will give you a decent explanation of how the game works. Also, that thing that just came up right there, that little orange, I don't know what you'd call it. This game does have clickables like that. Those are your primary source of rubies in this game outside of mercenaries. And anytime you click one of those things, you get gold at the very least, and sometimes you get rubies. Anyway, that's the one thing that I was missing before. If you want to know what these other tabs are over here, this is a list of achievements. Every time you complete an achievement, you get some sort of boost, usually something to your DPS, all sorts of stuff going on in here. You'll figure out what all those are for when you play the game. Some of them have to do with getting ancient souls and transcending. Some of them have to do with mercenaries or just getting past certain zones, or all sorts of different little achievement quest things there. If you're one of those kind of people that like to 100% achieve on every game that you play. But it's going to take a really long time to 100% this. They've kept adding achievements as they've updated the game. So it has made it very difficult for me to get 100%. As you see, I'm at 84. Anyway, and then this tab here is just various statistics on your game, how far you've gone, how long you've been playing, and all sorts of other little numbers things, if you like looking at those. So anyway, yeah, that is definitely going to do it for my little summary of Clicker Heroes here. Hope you've enjoyed this little video tutorial summary thingamajig, whatever the heck you want to call it. I'm going to be hopefully doing more videos of this type, probably not playing more Clicker Heroes, but more games on my computer that I'll be kind of playing through and, just either introducing you to them or just doing familiar stuff and seeing what happens. I don't know where exactly I'm going to go with this, but yeah. Anyway, so that's a new type of video to look forward to in the coming weeks, months, whatever time frame I end up doing this in. So that's gonna do it then. Feel free to like and share if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you're looking for more of this kind of stuff, and definitely leave comments below if you are wanting more of this kind of stuff, or you have online games that you're wanting me to play. I say specifically online because right now I'm just doing browser-based stuff. I haven't got myself a game capture device or anything like that. I'm just using a like video recording software for my laptop. So anyway, yeah, that'll about do it. Hope you're all doing well, and I will see you next time. Later.